here we are today to record another podcast. And today I have a warm welcome and the honor to have Mario De Vicente here. You are one of the few real estate agents on the coast who are well educated. You hold a master degree in economy.
I really wanted to have a nice chat as we are partners in crime at GIPE as both members of the board of GIPE as a national association of real estate agents. As I am learning a lot from you and from the other members, again, thank you for having me today.
What we also have in common that we are forward-thinking agents, we are forward-thinking real estate companies who are very sensitive about the changes, who are very sensitive and want to be prepared for the future. Mm-hmm. The climate is changing, the type of the clients are changing, the type of deals are changing. And just recently we did an education about cryptocurrency, how to deal with that, what to do. And I believe you, as an economist, you have something to say about it.
Wasn't it very interesting? Actually, yes, because when you bring economics and master degree of like basically your day-to-day basis studying and looking into trends, information, data, analysis, when you have that, put it into perspective and bring into the real estate, you see there is a lot of information that can help you making the best decision in your company. And this is why we kind of try to drive the teams, drive the people, drive decisions. And with that example, cryptocurrency, the training we have done with cryptocurrency and how prepared we are for the future, I think is one example of having an economic degree and trying to be looking forward. Correct? That's what you...
Yes, correct. We see that the global wealth is increasing, and not just increasing, but the global wealth is being transferred more to digital assets. We see that the crypto wealth is maturing internationally.
Yeah.
And then we see that investors, they're seeking stability, they're looking for a different lifestyle, and they want to move to places, they want to be where security is, and Spain is a long-term anchor for this type of clients and investors.
Crypto holders basically will look into what can they do with their value and change into a less volatile asset. Okay, so here the dilemma is, can you sit in fiat forever with an inflation risk that your money is doing less in your bank? Do you want to hold the crypto forever? You never know what's going to happen later on. Or you can also move into a more stabilized asset like real estate. So yes, you can do that today, and we are kind of happy to understand the process and see that it's regulated as well in Spain. So maybe we can go later on and move into that. You help me explaining that as well?
Yes, certainly. I think the point is important to highlight here that real estate is a stabilizer for digital wealth, right?
No, totally. So there are many different assets when you think about investments or making sure that you want to have a digital exposure, no, with money. So what they do, crypto investors, what they do is like invest in a digital asset that they don't know how to move that into, let's say, the real life. And what else is more real life than a house?
Yeah, tangible. They are looking
asset,
for
right?
tangible assets.
Tangible asset in a location, whether it's in Spain, obviously, that we are located here, but whether it's in Spain or other location that you might want to be. How important might be to have that process ready when you say, okay, now I want to stabilize a bit more my portfolio of digital assets and move it into real life. And I think that's what, that's what we have here and we can offer today.
Why Spain and the Costa del Sol is, we see a shift in the market. We see that the purpose of the clients who are coming is they're looking for legal certainty. If we are talking about cryptocurrency as an asset, to shift it to a European framework where using cryptocurrency is legalized. It has a very strict framework how to use it, what are the compliances. We see that Spain is international buyer friendly, right? Sure, here on the Costa del Sol, we have very welcoming community. We are equipped with international school for families who are seeking for a better life balance for their life. Furthermore, the lifestyle is just great here.
Yeah.
For retiree is attractive. The infrastructure is here, and the long-term demand drives the purchase.
And also don't forget about the security of your investment. So Spain has been attracting all these investments from international investors plus the tourism. Is when you have Spain as a country where you can bring your family, you're happy to come and have your second residence here as well, because it's very secure. So on top of everything that you're talking about, there is that legal certainty that you were talking about it before. This is why Spain is great for this. So on top of that, now we are bringing another layer of security to a wall that it's kind of unknown, like cryptocurrency and real estate together. Really? Is that secure? And it is. And we know now. I mean, we have done our trainings, we've been digging, we've been studying a bit more about it. And it's a completely, fully legalized project within a framework with notary, the School of Notaries in Spain, with the Bank of Spain, with the registry schools of Spain as well, the colegios of register. They all know how to do the process and continue with that framework. So to bring that security as well in Spain and put those two together, I think it's going to be very interesting. It's really going to be the future, isn't it?
What I would like to talk about, Mario, is to emphasize the legality of the process and the speed of the process, right? I noticed that clients, they because crypto is a mystic, it is not tangible, and therefore they don't understand the speed of the transaction. I mean, property purchase in cryptocurrency has the same speed as a traditional real estate transaction, right? The most common form of the crypto transaction is the crypto is being converted into fiat, and the fiat is used to purchase the property. This is what I see most, right?
And it is the actual most interesting part for the seller. Because when we talk about with sellers, when we talk with our property owners, and we talk to them and we present to them the opportunity to show their properties in cryptocurrencies, real estate portals, they are a bit scared. And the first question is, I don't know anything about the crypto world. What I'm gonna be doing with a cryptocurrency if what I want is obviously fiat, euros, or anything like that. So I think what you are saying is very important. The owner, the seller, will receive euros, will receive fiat. It's exactly the same process as when you sell the property to a common buyer, okay? So this is really important. And when you were introducing as well the point of moving the cryptocurrency and stabilize that, the speed you were mentioning, correct? You were mentioning the crypto, how quickly it is a transaction versus a common one. It's actually a common one because the longest part in this process to convert cryptocurrency into a property is actually to make sure that crypto is legalized and the funds were legally compliant. So when the person who holds the crypto, those funds, where they were coming from, were they from their normal jobs? If they had, for example, assets on other different digital assets that they liquidate and they move it into cryptocurrency, anything like that. So that will be pretty much the longest part, no? Like when you are in the bank and then you ask for a mortgage and the bank needs to take the technician to go the taxation, and then you need to hold for the bank to say to you yes. So that's basically a period, no, that it takes a bit of time. With the crypto, and that speed will be a bit of the same. We send all the information and to the legal administrations, what they will check is that cryptocurrency, those funds were perfectly legal. And if that happens and everything okay, then the course of the process will be very easy. We will put the cryptocurrency, as you explained, into fiat. So there is not more volatility in that process. Another point important for the crypto holder. So because they are very, I would say, used to that volatility. So they don't want to see when they start the process to lose a lot of investment when converting that crypto into the real estate. So very important point here. We move the cryptocurrency into fiat and we stop there. We stabilize the process. And from there, we start analyzing, making sure that everything is legally compliant. And from there, we move into the euros, into the process of buying the property.
If I would summarize this just in one short statement, I would say that the crypto transactions, the vendor always receives euros here in Spain.
Correct.
The cryptocurrency is being transferred into fiat, that is the stable coins, and from the stable coins is being transferred to euro, what we use here in Spain, and the vendor always receives euro as the transaction and the value of their property. What I think is very important, what you said about the origin of the crypto.
Yeah.
The origin of the crypto has to be proved. And this origin of the crypto has to be proved in accordance to the Spanish rules and regulation, compliances, which are in line with a European law and with a European compliance regulation. So this protects the buyer, the vendor, and protects us, of course, within the transaction.
Absolutely. And as you understand the process, the seller really waits there. Like when a buyer goes to the bank and is looking for the funds for the mortgage. So what we will do with the sellers, that don't worry, but we are now starting the process with the crypto holder and understanding. We need to also do the forms like know your client, your legal requirements, your AML. So these are the same process as when we have an international buyer who comes here, and we need to cross-check that all the information that he's giving us is correct. And we're going to be using exactly the same process and the same organizations to give us all that information. Once all of that is valid, as you say, we will move on with the process. But I want you to also to add into the conversation that this is not a project or a process for everyone. We need to dig a bit more on to who this is interesting, who might be the profile of crypto buyers who are holding these cryptos and they want to move, for example, to Spain. But equally, we know that in Spain today, there is a legal framework to navigate and to do it properly. I will not be super open to talk about other countries, obviously, because we haven't studied that. We haven't done that training for that. But this is not for someone who is anonymous. We need to tell the sellers, don't worry. It's not that you are not knowing who is the buyer. We're going to know the buyer very well. We're going to know him very well. It's not offshore loopholes where the money or the funds are out there inventing what to do.
Without tax.
Let's go to Spain.
Without
move
tax.
the money there.
Yeah.
It's not for them. Neither. It's not also for an speculative flipping project of buying here today and selling tomorrow through cryptocurrency. This is not the case. We are not talking about these kind of initiatives. Absolutely not. Either the seller, either the buyer, and both of them, us as a real estate agents, we will be covering the security of the entire process, and this is important to also put into perspective, correct?
Yes, correct. I also would like to say that is not just cryptocurrency is not only used just for the purchase of the property. Cryptocurrency could be used as a verification of funds. For example, if the clients they apply for a mortgage, if they decide not to liquidate their cryptocurrency and not to use it, but just to have as a proof of funds for mortgage application,
Yeah.
there I see cryptocurrency as
well.
as a value. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Should we maybe should we talk about the steps? Should we talk about how long the process takes? What are the steps?
And-
How do we do it in a real life, right? Because that is the interesting
And I
part.
think this is why we are here as well today, to reduce the uncertainty when we talk about cryptocurrency, buying a real estate property or residential in Spain. Is this secure and uncertain? And the answer is yes. Daniela, the answer is completely yes, because there is a very regulated framework with the property identification of the crypto holder. Then there is the crypto strategy alignment, where you, as you say before, you will convert the crypto into stable coins. After that, you will start with the legal and the compliance review, and this will be made by administrations here in Spain who are already working with Know Your Client email forms, like we just said before. It's just that we're gonna review a bit more the step by step. Then happens the reservation and contract as a normal transaction, and then there is the notary completion and registry. And to obviously arrive to those points, we already know that both representation schools for notaries and registrars are informed and well prepared as well. They are able, if it's not only us, obviously, any real estate agent could do this if he will know exactly the framework and how to do it. But the school of notaries and registrars, they are ready to help a normal seller or normal buyer to go through this process.
Yeah, because this process is regulated, so we only use the regulated pathways, clear customer path, clear steps what we are following, and there is a professional overview. Of course, we only work with trusted partners, so the lawyers, the notary offices, the banks, they are trusted partners.
It's the same.
Is the
transaction.
same? Yes, is the same, and they have responsibilities to support the client best interest. They are ethical organizations.
No, absolutely. And it's also bringing a new entire world to kind of like discover and more opportunities as well to the sellers. It's not that we are just moving or closing one offer of selling properties to normal individuals or companies, but also you have now another opportunity with more clients that you didn't have before as a seller, which is important as well, correct?
Multiplying the opportunities,
Multiplying
the
opportunities.
opportunities and the possibility of sell the properties. Because in the end, for the vendor, the situation didn't change. For the vendor, the situation is the same. They would like to sell their property for the best market price out there. The situation has changed only for the buyer because their payment method is shifting.
Yeah.
That's the only change in the whole process, right? Because the Know Your Client, the anti-money laundering documentation, we used to do this every single day. I think this security is just an additional layer for the cryptocurrency purchase transactions, because for the regular real estate transactions, we deal with this every single day. So for the vendor, is no difference.
No.
It's only for the buyers.
And there is actually, let me also add another quite important benefit for the seller when we can bring into the process crypto buyers. And it's very important for the seller, this part here. All the transactions that have happened now in Spain since 2022, if I'm not mistaken, I think there has been around between 25 and 30 transactions, what I can remember from the training as well. All of them were closed at full price, full asking price.
Yeah.
And you might be asking, how is that possible when we have to fight in every single sale that we deal? We have to negotiate. We do negotiate. This is our job, actually, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
We
It
negotiate
is.
here,
It
we
is.
negotiate there. We're negotiating with in every aspect of our life. But why or how from 30 transactions with cryptocurrencies in Spain since 2022, how all of them were done at full asking price?
Yeah.
And the answer, I mean, you know the answer, you can tell.
Yes, we have seen more than 30 transactions where every single transaction was done in the asking price. This is a very good news for the vendors, right? That
Absolutely.
cryptocurrency holders, cryptocurrency buyers, they are not negotiating. They have a digital asset, they used to transfers, they used to transaction fees, they used to the whole process. So they aim to purchase a property and they purchase it. They don't negotiate.
Absolutely. And it goes as well to the kind of profile of these cryptocurrencies and their, let's say, the vital cycle from where they got the cryptocurrency. It could be like many years ago, they just got into the cryptocurrency world without being very risk avoidant, and then they put some little investment, and from just holding that investment, they are now able to purchase a property. And so for them, they wasn't like a super high risk investment 25 years ago. And so for now, they are now ready to move into a more stabilized. They also have, obviously, they have grown up for 20 years as well. Their necessities and their needs, they have changed, and they want more certainty on their investment portfolio or the investment profile. So it also brings them a nice option to change their cryptocurrency to property.
Yeah. We see tech founders as clients.
Yeah.
We see families who
Yeah.
are shifting their assets, and we are seeing long-term crypto holders. These are the clients you were referring to who purchased crypto 5, 10, maybe 15 years ago
15
for a
years ago.
certain amount of value,
Yeah.
which right now, I mean, 100 times more. I don't have exact figures here, but if we talk about the increase of the last 10, 15 years in the cryptocurrencies, it's just crazy, right? It's just crazy. And therefore, we see that the cryptocurrency buyers, they are easier with the money. Can I say that? They are easier with their money. They spend it easier. Is that the conclusion I could say?
I think they are less, less subjective to not to lose it, but just to take decisions that they are bringing them like better benefits. And at the moment, this is what I feel the point is as well, that when you've been holding cryptocurrency for 15 years, as you say before, and now you can move that to a different kind of benefit needs, which is a second resident in the Costa del Sol, or a second resident in a city center of Madrid, Barcelona, Valencia. You're really changing that investment that you had there for a
Lifestyle.
a new
Change it to a lifestyle
a new
asset.
time in
Yeah.
your life. You see, like, which is like your new kind of dream. Before it was like as a dream, as a crypto buyer, just like as a dream, I want to be like a crypto holder and get a lot of asset and investment there. And now, as your new dream, maybe 15 years later, is like, I want the lifestyle. And now you can access to that lifestyle through cryptocurrency.
Yeah, you can afford it.
You can
Now
afford
you can afford
it.
it. You can-
We are here actually to oversee the entire process. So it's very interesting. I think it's going to be a really change forward into the digital world, to be honest.
Yeah. How do you see the future? How the future will involve in the digital currencies? What do you expect as an economist?
Well, listen, I think like we will have a lot of, as we were talking about the profile of the crypto holder before, We see people from the United States is one of the countries in the world that there are more crypto holders, followed by, if I'm not mistaken, Germany, the India, and I think Brazil as well. It was also a surprise that Brazil was up there in the top 5, top 10 countries in the world with cryptocurrency. So in Spain, I see as this trend increases more, we don't have a lot of, I mean, United States, as you know, clients for the United States are not now in the top 4, top 5. You know, they are not there. Brazilians neither, Indian neither. So what I could see is a shifting of international profiles here in Spain and younger, because
yes.
these tech, we're talking about like the tech savvies, holding companies of tech companies, startups. These are younger profiles. When we see in Spain that the youngers from 35 to 40 years old are very much struggling to access to a home. I see more young people coming in through the digital world, bringing more money and investment into Spain. So it's definitely a positive thing that we're going to be seeing moving forward.
Yeah, Costa del Sol is still a Costa del Sol. We offer 350 days of sunshine, I think, except the last couple of weeks of rain. We still offer international communities. We still offer a good life work balance here, right? We are here at the co-working office, which is wonderful. And if indeed what you said, if you walk around, you see younger generation, you see who are here working from distance.
And for me, to be honest, like an economist, I like to see how things are forming in the background, and then they get live in real time. Not, for example, another example. Not want to move a lot from the crypto topic. This is what we are kind of covering today. But if you go back to the COVID and how all the companies in the world, they have to, from one day to another, change completely their ways of working from an office base to a home base. And how that is translated now years later in Malaga with nomad workers, how we have a lot of nomad workers from Switzerland, from Norway, from Finland. They are here, they are working from their countries, and they are ready to move into the real estate sector as well. So, and that was formed years later, and we have now, that's our reality. You know, this is a reality in our real estate sector. So, and this is how I see as well happening with the crypto holders. So later on, now we have the framework, we have the knowledge, we have all the administrations ready to give, step by step advice on this kind of way of doing. I think it will happen in few years where this is going to be a day-to-day transaction.
Yeah. I believe that the digital wealth is the future. I think crypto and the corona brought us freedom. That's how I see it. Freedom to travel, freedom to move to places, freedom in our work life, right? Because it's a liberation. For client, I think it's important to understand that what we offer as real estate professional is a one point of communication in the whole crypto transaction. We bring crypto knowledge together with the real estate, right? Because that's what we do. We are local expert. We know the market, but we have international mindset.
Absolutely,
right?
Absolutely.
Because the clients who are serving, they are international. We are trusted professionals and have a trusted network to assist in any kind of needs.
Yeah, absolutely.
The future wealth is hybrid for me. The corona has brought us, as you just said, a lot of freedom and liberation, and then you see that here. It transfers into crypto. It transfers into freedom. It transfers into our life right now.
Definitely,
and the possibilities.
So, and it's also showing us that. As long as technology is here, we will be evolving and professions will be evolving. But to be honest, I will with your permission, I will say the real estate agent, yes, the most important thing a real estate agent needs to do is to advise and to bring security into the process. So if you are talking about like what is the most important thing between the crypto and what we are doing as a real estate agents, we're still doing the same as before. With crypto or without crypto, what we are doing is to evolving with technology, evolving with EA, evolving with the profession. But similarly, we are doing the same. We're just bringing certainty. We are just bringing security. We are just bringing all the ways of communicating together in one flow that will bring us to a successful transaction. It's just we are opening more options to sellers, buyers, us as professionals, more collaborations, being a bit forward into, which I feel that we need to be as well as part of GIPE, as in the member in the board of members and association. We have to be as an example as well of how real estate agents need to continue evolving and learning, no? Always learning. But it's funny, like everything translates into the same real estate agent objective or responsibility, which is be professional, understand what you are doing for your clients, and make sure that they have the best advice as possible. Correct?
Yes, correct. I think real estate as a profession is evolving. I think we need to adapt to technology. We need to adapt to the client's needs. And I think the only way we are successful if we are agile, right?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So I think, I mean, it's been very interesting, correct?
Yes,
all the
it is.
points.
It is very interesting. I think it's very interesting to see how it's evolving, how the client's profile are changing, how we are increasing our service, how we are increasing our knowledge, because this is the only way we can stay
No,
relevant to today's market, right?
Totally,
It's a very
totally.
dynamic market. I think, we have chatted a lot about the cryptocurrency today, and I really enjoyed our conversation. Maybe we should just mention it if clients would like to know more and would like to have more guidance where they can find us. Would you like to say, Mario, how they can find you, or you want me to?
Absolutely. As you mentioned before, so I'm a director of Sure Properties. We are a real estate agency in the east part of Malaga. So we normally cover from Malaga all the coast through until Nerja, and then all the as well all the north part of that patch. I will be giving you my email address, also the website. So if any client is interested to request more information about this, having a chat with us, anything, we will be super happy to welcome that conversation. So I'll give you now the information, and you can put it on the description if that's okay.
I would like to add, Mario, if you agree, one more point to this information, which is if vendors who are watching this conversation and following our thoughts, they would like to market their properties to cryptocurrency holders, you have a special connection where you can, is a platform where you can market this kind of properties. So not just clients who are interested in a purchase of properties, but also vendors, they can reach out to you.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think that's also a great benefit that we wanted to explain today here, that there are new windows and new opportunities open for sellers where they can reach to crypto buyers in different real estate portals that only holds crypto holders. Okay, so this is the kind of traffic these property portals are directed also to crypto holders along the world, across the world. Sorry. So it's very, I think, important that sellers and vendors know that they have this option. And through us at Sure Property and other colleagues as well, they will be able to have that opportunity. So yes, thank you for reminding that.
Yes. I mean, we talked about so many things. I think
it was sorry to interrupt. It was a difficult topic. I think everything went well in terms of very technique as well. No, there is a bit of technique in talking about this aspect. So
yeah, and I usually I'm asking questions, so I'm asking my clients a lot of questions as I work as a personal shopper in real estate. So my service is completely tailor suited to the client's need. So for me, the talking is a more difficult part because I'm the one who usually listens. So
Yeah.
I think if I want to just summarize our conversation about the cryptocurrency, our role and our responsibility to bring the complexity. Do I say it right?
Yeah, complexity is right. Yeah, complexity is totally right.
of the crypto transaction, to simplify it in the safe way, completely compliance, right?
Yeah, having the structure, understanding the process, knowing who and which actors of the administration and the legal framework that is already approved in Spain, knowing all of that and bringing that into the table is what we need to do to make the cryptocurrency transaction a success transaction. So I think this is what we are bringing today into the audience. This is what we are bringing into all the other real estate agents. So understanding as well if also I will open the conversation for other agents if they want to call us.
Good point. Good point.
We are happy to also let them know how this is possible. How can they advert their properties as well in these portals, which are very interesting. We are here to help. This is what we are doing this today, bring a bit of knowledge to the audience in general, but also to real estate agents, and the future of wealth as well, Daniela. There is a lot of wealth in crypto. Basically, it was a world that nobody was able to digest, bring into light, convert it into property. And I think it's very interesting, exciting. And with this, I feel that you need a bit of digital intelligence, understanding a bit more that world. But in conclusion, this is what we are doing. And hopefully with a lot of clients in the future.
Yeah. I think this is also what GIPE stands for, that to bring knowledge, to share knowledge among the agents, among clients and among the agents.
And having fun.
And having fun.
In the way, correct?
Yeah.
This is what we do.
Yeah. Thank you very much for your time, Mario. I think we could continue this conversation for days and days, but thank you very much
for
your time.
Thank you for the invitation, Daniela.